So there are two ways in which we could work out the gradient of a straight line. Remember that in this format here we know that the m value is your gradient. So when given a graph in the examination and you want to work out the gradient of the line, so this can be done very quickly. We'll make this 1, this 2, make that 1 and 2. So we're given this graph in the examination, right? So all we need to do is we need to look for 2 points on this graph. So there are 2 coordinates on this graph. Take the most easy one to work with. So you can see in this case we have 2 and 2. There's my 2 and 2 there, right? And there's 1 and 1 there. Very simple, we've chosen that. Now we have 2 points, so my coordinates would be 2 and 2 and 1 and 1, right? Now that I've chosen the coordinates, I make x1, y1, I label them, and x2, y2. So now that I've labeled them, there is a format that you use for m. So m is, the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So using this formula, we're just going to substitute from the top coordinates that's given to us. So let's follow that. So we have y2 is 1 from the top, minus we have y1 which is 2, x1 is 1, sorry, x2 is 1, minus, and x1 is 2. So now that we have this, do the calculation. We have, this will be minus 1 over minus 1, and my answer would be 1. So our gradient for this here, the m value is 1. So the alternate method for the same example, very quickly as I draw it, is 1 here, 2 and 1 and 2. We chose our points to be 1 and 1. Is it there? Okay, my drawing is not so good, but I'm not using a ruler. You have an idea what I'm doing. So the idea here is to form a right angle triangle between these 2 coordinates. So I will form a right angle triangle between these 2 coordinates. Now remember, we keep in line with the numbers. I form this right angle triangle here, and it's in keeping in line with the numbers of the coordinates, right? So now that we've chosen this vertical line here will be known as the rise. This horizontal line here will be known as the run. So all we need to do is to look at the distance of that line. Like the rise, look at the length of it. So remember, it's going from number 1 to 2. So my formula will be rise over run. So my distance of the rise line is actually 1. The distance of the run line is actually 1. So therefore my answer is, just as previous example I've explained, or working I've explained, the answer is 1. So either way you'll arrive at the same answer, different method.